Morning, Nelius. It's Angela. How are you?
Hello, Angela. We're all new.
Good, thank you. Very rainy and miserable today, but all good.
I'm kind of okay with it. We need the rain. It's just the cold that's I'm not a fan of. I'm a summer person.
Yeah, me too. Must be honest. But the rain's stunning, I must say.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is let me find your name here, and then I'm going to make you host.
Sure.
And then if you want to just check that your presentation is working just before, and then we'll wait for everyone to join.
Of course.
There we go. I can see it, so that's all good.
You see it in full screen?
Yeah, I can, yeah. Perfect. Okay, so we're still early, so we'll wait a good few more minutes, and then I'll let you know when you can start. Thanks, Nelius.
Sure, thanks.
Okay. Morning, everybody. It's Angela here. Welcome to our Europcar training today. There's still quite a lot of people still joining, so we're going to wait about another 3 minutes and then we'll get Nelius to start. So I'll chat to you in a few minutes' time. Thank you. Okay, morning, everybody. I see that it's 11 o'clock. I know my connection's not brilliant. I think it might be the rain. Ravi says to me, you can't hear me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over Nelius. You can introduce yourself and then you're welcome to start from there. Thanks, Nelius.
Thanks, Angela. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Nelius Vermaak. I work for Europcar South Africa at our head office in Johannesburg. And I've met some of you haven't in the industry. So welcome for joining us today. So I'm just going to go over who Europcar is, what we do, and a few things of what we have available. I'd like to keep it as interactive as possible, but I will have as short questions and answers at the end if you've got any questions. But if you've got something that you need immediately, please let me know. So just a little bit about our company. So we are quite a big company. We're part of a global franchise. Europcar South Africa owns Europcar South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Swaziland, and Lesotho. And we've got thousands of locations all over the world, especially Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and then, of course, the South Americas. And we're slowly but surely starting to get a footprint in the US as well. Europcar is a franchise brand in South Africa. We're part of the Motus Group. Motus deals with parts, retail, and wholesale of vehicles, and then the leasing and rental side, which we form part of. Our fleet peaks at about 25,000 cars over the Decembers, mostly, like all of you know. So 25,000 cars, except for the last year when COVID hit. Our peak reached about 15,000 cars, and that is just due to the demand in the current markets. Our locations are about 100 locations throughout South Africa, so we try and keep our footprint everywhere you need it at the time you need it. Like I said, we in South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Swaziland, and Lesotho. We are a level 1 BE contributor and over 100 locations. We do approximately 70,000 rentals per month under normal circumstances. Current COVID numbers, as you all know in your individual environments as well, it's probably around half that at the moment, but slowly picking up and looking good for us for the next year. We voted South Africa's leading car hire company in 2019, and we've done this for the 14th consecutive year. It's just a little map indicating to you where we are and our footprint. We have a wide variety of vehicles from all the major vehicle manufacturers. So you will see a lead car whenever you book a car. You'll have, for instance, on a Group B at the moment, if you book a Group B, you'll see like I-20 usually. We never confirm this, and it's purely because of supply and also the demand that is a little bit wider than a single vehicle type. So what we do is we do a vehicle mix and we put the lead car for you, and that is the best chance of getting a vehicle when you do book. We've got all types of cars. So we've got the small cars from a small i10 to a Polo, and then a Toyota Corolla, which is the medium-sized vehicles. But we've also look after the luxury type client who wants the BMW. Group H, we've got the Golf 7. And then for your larger groups, we've got the groups, Group E, which can seat up to 8 people. So in car hire, things are a little bit different. So we have to upfleet and defleet quite quickly during the peaks and off-peak periods. And then, of course, there's also things like Parliament where we have to upfleet quickly. So we own most of our vehicles. However, there is a portion, usually between a third to a half of our cars, which we have on lease. Our cars' average age is about 7.5 months to a year. And we try and keep them as new and as fresh and as clean as possible. Out of interest's sake, we try and keep our kilometers under 30,000 kilometers as wherever possible, depending on how quickly our suppliers can supply our vehicles. So just a brief overview of our car types. We have a Group T, which is your small car, like a Kia Picanto or a Hyundai i10. Usually not for large families. The luggage space is a little bit smaller, but quick travel in and out or young couples traveling, those are perfect. And you've got your Group B and Group D, which is the difference between a manual and an automatic vehicle. These are also hatchback vehicles, but slightly bigger and slightly bigger engines. Group C and F also, again, between manual and automatic. You've got the Toyota Corolla Quest in there. And a few other brands as well. Group H is where we have our Audi A3, and we've also got the Golf 7 on there. Group O, BMW 3 Series or similar. Group V is your Toyota Avanza. Those are 7-seater capacity. However, the seats are in the boot, so keep in mind your luggage capacity goes to almost 0 when you put the seats up. Group M is Ford EcoSport. Those are just the smaller SUV type vehicles. It's got slightly smaller boot space than the normal SUV like we've got on Group R. And these are 4x2 for those people that want to travel into the Kruger or up north to our sister companies or countries. Group N is the Toyota Fortuner, the 4x2. Group W, these are a little bit extra from what our competitors do, is we also included some of our buckies. And these are the double cabs, either the Toyota Hilux or the Ford Ranger. And Group E is the Mercedes Vito or Hyundai H1. They have 7-seater capacity and are all automatic. So just a little bit about what we do to make sure that we also look after the environment. You'll see when you get into one of our cars, there's a little sticker on the windscreen that tells you exactly what the fleet emissions are. We even run reporting to see that what our carbon footprint is. We have, in most, especially off airport locations, we have water recycle plants. So that is where if you wash the car, all the water drains into a certain point, it gets filtered, and then we reuse that water to wash the vehicles. We're also piloting some waterless washing of some of our vehicles, especially in the Cape Town area where water scarcity is quite a big problem. then we have a continuous effort to achieve our goal of zero waste landfill. Our COVID processes are in place. So when you go to a branch or you fly somewhere, and you're lucky enough to fly somewhere, then you'll notice that there is COVID protocol at the branches. When we clean the vehicles as well, when they come in, we sanitize to protect our own staff. And when it leaves again, we make sure that the vehicle is sanitized so customers can travel with comfort and ease. So Europcar is not just a car rental company. We also offer chauffeur services or transfers. Just to give you an idea of what that means, chauffeur service is if somebody actually needs somebody to drive them around to a few meetings, and it's done at an hourly rate. Transfers, that is the old taxi or just a transfer from one point to another point. It's private, it's safe, it's reliable. Keep in mind that our chauffeurs also go through customer care training, so they can facilitate any C-level transfers. And again, our safety protocols in regards to COVID is all in place. At the moment, they've got sanitizers before and after customers get in, and they clean the cars as well before and after customers get in and leave the vehicles. Got a few extra things that sometimes come up. So usually when you sell something, you sell it with waivers, and exactly the same in the Thompson's Holidays environment. So some additional insurances that you can opt to take is tire and windscreen damage waivers. This just protects you from any glass on the vehicle that breaks and gives you zero liability in case of that. Our roads are also South African roads, so there is a chance of having a tire puncture or something like that, and that's also covered under this waiver. Mileage damage waivers, these are not well known in the market, so if you do want it, it is available. It covers any damage costs up to 2,500 Rand. So when you have a waiver, you have a liability or an excess amount, depending on car group, which goes up from the smallest to the biggest, goes up from about 2,500 Rand to depending on which car group you have. So any damages that's smaller than that, usually complaints that we get in our market is the car was parked at the shopping mall, somebody dinged my car, I wasn't responsible, and the dent might just cost 2,000 Rand to repair. So this minor damage waiver just covers you for those minor damages that you want to cover. We've got roadside assistance. We operate 365, 24/7. We've got dedicated staff members that manage and look after this. Our cars are also fitted with telematic systems. What that means is it picks up when major dents or bumps happen on the car, and that also sends a notification to the call centers to say that the vehicle has been in a major accident, and they can assist. They will then phone your customer and see if they can assist them. Some auxiliary products that we have, of course, there's too much to put on this presentation, but the biggest sellers and the biggest things that people want is, first of all, GPSs. I think that's when you go into Namibia, and especially the international markets coming in, they would love a GPS. However, we have data on the go. I think in the modern world, we also have Wi-Fi on our phones and Google Maps. So you can also use this. This is a mobile device. It's not something that's fitted to the car. So if your customer is traveling and they need to take it into their hotel or lodge or something where they don't have data, they can take it with them. And you can do 1 gigabytes per day and connect up to 10 devices. Child safety is very important to us. So we have, of course, the baby seats, toddler seats, and the booster seats, and they're all available at all locations. Please pre-book them as there is limited availability on location. We also offer some trailers. So if that is something that you're interested in, please let us know, and we're happy to assist you with those. It's available in Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, and Port Elizabeth. We also have roof boxes available on certain car groups. If you need extra space and the boot's not big enough, we can put it on top. There's just certain locations that you need to be aware of. The simple reason being, let's use our Tambo, for instance. It's very old buildings. The parking bays are quite small and the roofs are low, so the boxes don't fit in. Locations available is Cape Town, George, Port Elizabeth, KwaZulu-Natal, and Namibia. So when you book through Thompson's Holidays, we've included some extra nice features for you to use. It adds an additional free driver at no charge. They offer unlimited kilometers in all your package deals. Carbon emissions tax, airport surcharge, location surcharges, tourism levies are all included, and there's no surprises after the car's been returned. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. I'm going to open up to some questions, and if you have any questions, please ask them and I will do my absolute best to assist you in those questions. If I can't answer them immediately, I'll get your contact details from Angela and I'll work on the answer for you and get back to you as quickly as possible.
Thanks, Nelius. That was great. Very informative, and we're very excited that the beaches have opened up in the wine farm, so hopefully we'll get some more business. Does anybody have any questions for Nelius? Was there anything that he didn't cover and you need to ask?
Yes, Angela.
Yes.
That value add, the additional free driver, is it only applicable to Thompson's Holidays or can it be applicable to Cullinan?
I'll have to check that afterwards. I'll check with Nelius afterwards, and then I'll come back to you, Chris.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything for Nelius? No, looks like you covered it all, Nelius. Well done.
Wonderful.
Good. Okay, well, have a lovely day, and I'll see you all on Thursday, those that are joining the training. Thanks, Nelius.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.